Hello YouTube friends, it's Leigh here. Thanks for joining me. I just thought today we might do something creative and you can play along with me, and I think this is something that everybody can make, and it's a good thing to make and put in your stash. But I just want to show you what this book here was. It's my son's, so he attempted to cover it in this fabric and with a glue gun as they do. So I've fixed it up for him, but this is the back, and this is what it looked like, and the front was exactly the same. And I thought, now wouldn't it be nice, and it's his girlfriend's book, so yeah, it's my son's, but it's his girlfriend's book. Anyway, I thought, wouldn't it be nice if it had something on the front to cover up the fact that during the gluing process the fabric became a little bit distorted. So I created this gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous topper to go on the cover. So I thought it'd be a lot of fun if we make some of these together today. What do you think? And I'm going to use mostly the things that are on my desk because there is so much stuff here from projects that I've been working on. So let's get started. You know, I always seem to end up with a stash of unfinished bits and pieces. And what I've got here is a pile of book pages that I've glued together. So there's probably about 3 or 4 pages in each one. So I thought these are going to be perfect for making toppers, book cover toppers, I think that's what you'd call them. I've got a heap of stuff here, bits and pieces, leftovers, some drawings, just odds and ends, and then all the trimmings and things that are all over my desk, bits and pieces everywhere. And another thing I've got is all my paper dolls and photos and things in here. I've got some fabrics here. Do I want to use these? I'm not sure. Well, here's another little cluster that's already made, so maybe we use that. It's all about using up the stuff that's on my desk. Here's a little bit of lace, which contrasts nicely with the grunginess of that. I feel like it needs something underneath it, so I'm going to just give it a rough edge for a start before I do anything else. So if you're tearing pages out of books, I do suggest that you stick a few pages together just like I've done, and then they're ready to go whenever you need them. So I'm pretty sure this is 4 pages. Yeah, there's 4 layers there. So it's really nice and hard, but without being too thick, you know, it's not going to bulk your book up too much. Okay, so I hope everyone's well and happy, and that you've been getting a lot of crafting done. I've been making a few things, but I've been working on my quilt, my first ever patchwork quilt, and yeah, so it's it's lovely. It's a scrappy quilt, and what I just started sewing pieces of fabric together, and trying things out that I was seeing on various quilting channels. And I got more and more experienced as I went along, and I ended up with about half a dozen blocks of bits and pieces that weren't going to be good for anything. So I stitched them together, and then I stitched more down the sides and then across the bottom, and before too long I had this massive big quilt top that looked gorgeous, but it was not square because I'd been just adding things on and not making it the way you're supposed to. Yeah, so I've been trying to hand quilt that. I've got it to this point where I'm doing the quilting on it, and I'm doing it by hand, and I need some thimbles because it's really hard work, hard on your fingers. And it's too big to go under my sewing machine. There's not enough room. So I've just sprayed a bit of water onto that ink And I just realised it's it's distress ink, not distress oxide, so I'm not sure how it's going to work. We'll find out when it dries. So just roughen up the edge of another couple more, keeping the leftover bits for who knows what for. We're basically going to start doing, you know, like the same thing on each one. It's book page, and then some bits and pieces underneath, and then a focal point. And with that one that I showed you that was on the book, I just added little bits and pieces and layered it up here and there. I really got it nice and layered. Looks really great because there's all sorts of things in there. And I'll probably go into my stash to get a couple of things to put in there. These ones. I'm going to try not to have to edit this video too much. Okay, so we've got two that I can work on. One that's dry. I don't even have my hair dry there. I might dry that off a bit. How about I just use this to get the excess water off. And that'll dry a bit quicker. And put a little bit of a stain on that napkin for later. Okay, so that'll dry quicker now. So I'm going to work on these two. Okay, so I do have these fabrics which are really quite grungy. I'll just tear a bit of this off. Up there, I'm going to leave those bits and threads hanging off. Maybe that. Do the same, just reduce the size of it. Like so. Yeah, what else have I got here? Got a little bit of jute, got another little bit, got a bit of lace, some more lace, threads everywhere. Lovely brown paper. Oh, here's some scraps of it over here. So I'm going to put, I would normally put it under, but on this one, that one in particular, I'm going to go over. And I'm going to put under on this one, and I'm going to make that even smaller. There we go. Put that there. The dictionary page. Should find my little paper doll to go on there. Oh, she's cute. What else is here? That one, but she won't fit on there. Not unless I turn it around. Well, I'm going to have to turn it around. And let's go. Pop that one on there, and this one on here. So what I did was I just added things on, like put them on to the page, and then I just added little bits here and there. So this might be nice, perhaps here. Let's see. Trying them out, and then if I didn't like the way they looked, I just took them away again. So once I get my design sorted, I'll ink anything that I want to ink. And then what I did with the other one was I glued everything together with a glue stick just to hold it in place, and then took it to the sewing machine. So I'm just looking for some other papers just to pop in here and there. Maybe a little piece of this. So I keep finding little bits and pieces and auditioning them and changing them around, and I just keep doing this until I'm happy with the design. And once I've finished, I tack everything together with a glue stick, and I'll take it to the machine and sew around it. And what I'm trying to create is a layered effect where you've got little bits poking out from underneath other little bits, and some pieces look like they're big, but they're only small. And yeah, it's a good way to create the impression of a luxurious sort of layered look by using pieces and having just little bits showing. So I'm just going to fast forward you through the process. Obviously, if you're making these along with me, you're not going to be able to keep up with the video. So feel free to slow the video down. And I hope you enjoy watching this process. yes, I've got 3 done. Now I'm going to take them to the sewing machine and just do a bit of random stitching on them. And I'll come back and show you what they look like when they're finished. Okay, so I've got my 3 things that I've made. I've stitched in 2 different colours, so brown and this light gold. So that's that one. And we've got this one. And then there's this one. And I'll just show you on the back of that book what they might look like on a book. It's really makes a difference to the books when you add something like this to them. And I just played around placing different things on there, changed my mind about a couple of things, took them off again. I just keep playing with things, trying things. You can always take them off. That's the great idea, great advantage of not gluing anything as you go to start with. You just place everything down, sort of like a blueprint of what you want to do, and then glue it when you know you definitely want to do that. And don't forget to share the video with your friends and family. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, and give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in another video soon. So hugs and cheers from Australia. Hooroo!